Okay, YouTube, welcome back to Europa Universalis 4 Art of War with the Flying Phent. This is a new series. It's episode number 1. And I am still using the Better UI mod, and I'm using the graphics thing mod, so that's why my water and my recolored borders and everything looks different than yours. It's not the recolored waters and borders mod, but I think it's called the 1.8 graphics Iron Man or something like that. If you search for it, I'm sure you'll find it. Now that I've called it 1.8 graphics Iron Man or something like that, trust me, that will make it quite obvious when you see it. So the question is, what are we going to play as? We had a couple of ideas. I talked about Congo. We could try for that Timbuktu achievement. I talked about Cherokee. We could try for No Trail of Tears. I mentioned it'd be nice to maybe play one of these nations that was formerly part of the Aztec. Never played the Middle East either. That might be fun to do. But I think based on everything I've heard that I've made a decision. I'm going to flip over here and we're going to go for the Cherokee. Now, while I was sick, I did try this. I tried this twice. Not on Iron Man, but I played twice to try and get the No Trail of Tears achievement, and I was not even close. So if you're hoping that this is going to tell you how to get No Trail of Tears, you're probably out of luck. But we're going to try it anyway and see. There's the broken eye at highest save still. I'm saving it, hoping that one of the patches eventually fixes it, but so far none of the patches have fixed it at all. So I'm going to just call it Cherokee. We're going to start Iron Man, and we're going to hop in and go as the Cherokee and see what we can do. It's very interesting, right? I tried to make it look like it was a surprise what I was going to play, but you're going to know because of the video title. So it's kind of pointless. All right. There's a few things that were interesting about playing as natives if you've never done it. So we're going to have to kind of review that a little bit. First thing, I'm going to rival the creek. They're right here below me. I'll take care of that. Also, you start off with one trader forwarding trade and one trader doing nothing. So I'm going to change that to this guy's going to collect from trade. And I'm going to send my other guy to collect in the only other node that's available to me. I'm not going to hire a free advisor because I don't make enough money. You can see I'm only making 0.91 here. I'm not going to build anything. I don't really want to do either of those missions. Now, the nice thing is we are going to get a new mission in a moment, so I'm just going to ignore that. We could use a leader. So I'm going to cross my fingers. Nice. Beautiful. That is a good leader as far as I'm concerned, considering we have pretty much no army tradition. Now, the first thing I want to do is I like to keep connected territory, as you know, especially because I can't really core. So I'm going to want to get the Creek, the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, and then hope people migrate to kind of connect territory so I can kind of go after them. At some point, I like to vassalize the Iroquois and the Huron. Vassalizing the Shawnee would be nice as well. The nice thing is once you have them vassalized, you can go to war with anyone that neighbors them. Like if we had the Huron as a vassal, we could go after Ottawa and then just give it to the Huron. We could go after Potawatomi and just give it to the Huron. A bunch of these people are going to eventually, most likely, migrate and find themselves bordering the Iroquois. So having a fair number of vassals is pretty good. And I find the Shawnee, the Huron, and the Iroquois worked fairly well for me last time I played. Now, the Creek are almost guaranteed to ally with the Chickasaw and join a federation. That almost always happens. The Choctaw are likely going to try and ally with me because they don't want to be crushed by these two. Frankly, I'm going to take them all on, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off by recruiting more units. I have 2 more room in my force limit. I'm just going to go like a mad fool and recruit 3. I'm going to set my speed to 5. I'm going to start improving relations with somebody. Or am I? It doesn't really matter. Because I'm going to have to go to war to vassalize these guys. I'm going to have so much regress and expansion. Everyone's going to hate me anyway. So I think my diplomats are going to do nothing. The other thing you'll notice, if we open up all of our menus here... Oh, I missed that one. There we go. You will notice that we are not able to fabricate a claim. Natives cannot fabricate claims. That means you need to declare your wars either with event CBs or with no CBs. And frankly, I'm going to be doing a lot of no CB declaration. The advantage is, if you've never played natives, their stability is very cheap. You can see it only cost me 67 to boost my stability. So that's fine. We're going to be doing a lot of no CB wars. So let's go ahead. We're going to unpause. I'm at max speed. Go away, Choctaw. I don't need your help. In fact, every time I've allied with the Choctaw, it's hindered me. Both times I've played this, it's hindered me. I also played a few opening sections just to see if there is a general flow that things took, and I've come to learn that allying with them does not help me at all. All right, so they're ready. Now that I have a bigger army than them, I should get a insult mission, which I did, which is fantastic. We're going to send an insult, get some free military power. Beautiful, some free prestige. As soon as my armies are collected into one unit, I'm going to go ahead and hire 2 more. And the improve the prestige mission is not as powerful as in a native tribe as it is with like European powers because of how cheap it is. And I don't know if I'll get my prestige up to 50 at the end of these 2 wars. I'm not going to be accumulating money, and I'm not going to be letting my manpower recover, so I'm actually going to go with no mission for now. Let's go ahead. I have to wait for the diplomat to get back because we just insulted them, of course. That'll be the 16th. We can declare. There we are. We're going to call the Chickasaw in as well, in full. So you see we're going to lose 2 stability for not having a Casus Belli and gain 2 war exhaustion as well. That's fine. We now have possible revolts, so let's go ahead and boost our stability 1. That eases that. And let's move into the enemy territory. Our general has been assigned a unit, so we're all set. Continue. There we go. Has our missions updated? No. Now, they tend to try to go around to come get me, but by the time they get there, my units should be made. You can see in 3 days they'll be done. And he's moving on Chirac already. He'll be there when? On the 3rd of April. I actually don't want him going. Can I stop him from going? Yes, I did. Good. So now he's coming on Kusa. He'll be here on the 12th. He's still going to come with 4. It looks like he is. So I have on the 11th, I've got to move. Oh, I didn't mean to hit F. I wanted to hit G. There we go. 10, 11. There we go. Reinforce. Now, hopefully we get there in time. He's going to take a few penalties. He took a terrain penalty. We've reinforced, so we should be able to beat him down now. He is going to build new units. And that's the one thing that sometimes gives me trouble is these new units can sometimes sort of creep up on you. Because I have 6, but my morale is fairly low. I'm going to chase him down anyway. I think we can handle it. So let's see. Yep, so we took care of them. I'm going to sit here and let my morale recover for a bit. In fact, what I'm going to do is split and make sure that he can't build up units. He could, of course, build units in Kusa, but that's fine. If he builds them there, then he builds them there. I can live with that. Excuse me. Turn the speed up to 4 for a moment here. Let our morale recover quicker. Alright, now he's out after me, so let's dispatch a siege force, and we're going to move all our people to Kusa. Now he's coming, he'll be there on the 22nd. And we'll also be getting there on the 20th. Oh, he stopped. Perfect. So we'll get into Kusa. That's all he's got now, is these 2 units. And now he's going to go for probably Muskiki. He is. He'll be there on the 26th. Alright. So let's meet him there. Our 1 should hold against his 1 for long enough for us to reinforce. In fact, our 1 might even be enough to beat his. Oh yeah, we would have won that anyway. Alright, back up to speed 4. One of the nice things as well... Oh, I didn't have to go. The native tribes killed him. One of the nice things as well is that the Chickasaw don't move on me. If you ally with the Choctaw, then obviously they could. I find they don't, though. They tend to just sit there. And the reason I say the Choctaw is useless, because they don't help either. The Choctaw sit in Choctaw, the Chickasaw sit in Chickasaw, and neither of these two do anything. Like, it just kind of balances out. So I'm going to go ahead and get military access through here, so that I can plunk my troops there, and not take the attrition. I'm going to set it to speed 5. Let my reinforcements come up. Let my sieges happen. There we go. We now have 5 against 4. In a moment this will be done and we can move out. Now I haven't done this on Iron Man. I did it not on Iron Man, so things could be a little bit different here, especially with some of the techniques I'm going to use, and you're going to see that. Unfortunately, it gets a little gamey and cheaty to do this because they've made some changes since this achievement went in, and it's not quite as straightforward as it used to be. So you're going to see me employing some kind of exploitative things that I don't like doing. A lot too much micromanaging for my taste. But I feel like it's the only way to really kind of get things done. We are taking several loans, but I'm not worried about it. Money's not going to be a problem for us. Don't want the inflation though. So there we go. We crushed them there. We'll dispatch a siege force. Move into Tennessee. That's done. We'll dispatch a siege force. I'm going to move back to Cherokee. There we go. We got extra people. They can move out. Reduce our attrition. Oh, we got extra here too now. Let's go. Okay. I'm ignoring the offers for peace that the Creek are sending me because I want to get separate peace deals here. I'm just going to turn this down so I stop losing money now. I think that means these sieges are going to take longer. But I'm not really worried about it. I just don't want to lose money. There we go. Tennessee's done. Chickasaw, you going to be done there soon? Come on. Get it together. I'm losing money again. It should be negligible, though. There we go. Come on home. All right, Chickasaw. We want to vassalize you and give us some money. And that's going to be enough to repay all the loans that we took. There we go. As for the Creek, however, I want full annexation. One, they're usually pretty broke. Yeah, 16 bucks. Who cares? And two, I want to have the ability. I could always fight these guys and just give their territory up. But for 16 gold, I don't feel like that's necessarily worth it. Although maybe it is. Maybe it is. Is it worth doing this? It does give me more inflation. Which one's going to be cheaper? That's what I'm going to go with. That will cost me 50 Diplo power. This one will cost me 150. Well, I guess that settles it. I'm going to just vassalize them. I don't think I've ever done this before. I don't think I've ever vassalized both the Creek and the Chickasaw, but there we go. We've now done it. Let me go to Tuskegee then. We can get rid of that. New mission. Recover negative stability. Yeah, I'll take that one. And in fact, I'm going to boost it once. And as soon as I can, I'm going to boost it again. Yeah, I'm sorry, but our manpower reserves are not going to be recovering, my friend. Let's repay all of our loans. So we now have no more loans. We're making money. Full army maintenance. We still kind of make money, even though we're reinforcing as well, I believe. Oh, we're not reinforcing. So as soon as we need to reinforce, we're going to lose money, but that's okay. Once my morale's up, I'm going to declare war on the Choctaw. And we're going to give them to Creek. Fantastic. In case you're wondering, the reason I want to save this Diplo power is the first thing I want to go after is the settler. The colonist. So to do that, I need Diplo power, 400 Diplo power, 500 Diplo power, I'm sorry, for the first native diplomatic idea. And then we're just going to settle as quickly as we can. So I'm trying to kind of blast my way through Diplo. Our leader's pretty good. I could set a national focus here, but I'm worried that will stifle my growth a little bit. So I'm just going to let it wait. All right, our morale's fully recovered. Let's declare war over here. Oh, can I boost my stability again? I can. So look at that. This time, we're just going to go to -1. So that's fine. Declare war. Yep, no casus belli. Who cares? There we go. Oh, people want to revolt. Really? Looks like I need another boost. Does that do it? That did it right there. Perfect. So we'll go to 2 home. Leave a siege force behind. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe we'll send them all after Choctaw. There we go. Defeated. And then we'll come route them into home. There we go. And then move back to Cherokee. Speed still at 5, of course. Don't really need to go slow there. With my free diplomats, I'm going to start improving relations with the Creek first. When this war's over, I'll start improving relations with the Chickasaw so that we'll be able to annex them. These guys, I'm just going to give the territory up to my vassals. Unless vassalizing them would cost me less, that might be something worthwhile as well. I will lose the tradition because it's going to be tough for me to get tradition anyway. These battles are going to come fairly slowly. Kind of one at a time as I work on, because I'm going to wait for things to move in, right, to get connected territory. And a lot of them are. The Wichita are probably going to move that way, but the Caddo and the Osage are probably going to move in. The Illinois are probably going to move down towards Shawnee. Shawnee, Miami, that'd be a good one if I can vassalize Shawnee and then give Miami to them. I'll have disconnected territory there. And traditionally, I leave that territory disconnected for quite a while. But that's fine. And let's keep going. One province down. No, I have no idea if this is a good way to go after the achievement, but it's how I have decided to do it. So if this is silly of me to do it this way, then leave a tip for the people who watch. Now this is going to cost me, what, 100 Diplo power. And if I give this one to Creek and this one to Chickasaw, should make both of them like me a little bit more, I would think. Oh, I accidentally closed the menu. I can't give this away? Oh, no, I can't, right, because it is... So it's going to cost me 100 Diplo power regardless. Yeah, I can't give that away because it's their capital. That's fine. I'll do this. Oh, that leaves them as a one province minor. They could migrate that away to, like, say, Natchez. Ah. All right, looks like I'm taking another vassal. Shoot. Darn it. So you can see if we had taken that improved prestige mission, we'd be 4 prestige short. So I'm kind of glad I didn't take it. All right, and now we've entered a time of relative peace, unless we want to go after the Shawnee right away. But I don't want to because I don't have the diplomatic relations room. So I'm just going to set my maintenance to 0, and we're going to wait it out. We're just going to sit tight. Yeah, I feel like... I'm already doing that, right? And I have to do that. So, sure, I will take that mission. It's 3 prestige, which sucks, but whatever. It's something I'm working on anyway. So let's improve relations then with the Chickasaw. As well. Fine, so we're making money. Wouldn't mind getting that stability recovered, so let's do that. It's too bad we didn't get a mission for that again, but that's fine. All these places are at 0 autonomy, which is nice. And now it's a bit of a waiting game. Bit of a waiting game. How's your coring coming? Oh, it's coming quickly. Beautiful. Did I not vassalize them? Why doesn't it say that they're my vassal? I totally didn't vassalize them. I thought I did. Oops. Please don't migrate away, Choctaw. Please don't do that. How long is our truce for? Till 1460. 10 more years. Okay. I will take the power. Thank you very much. A new chief. A 625. Well, now I think it's time to set a national focus. There we go. 877. Nice. Fairly even. The other nice thing is you can really stockpile the points. You can see... you can keep almost 3,500 power saved. Westernizing is going to cost you 9, I believe it is. Where's the... I don't even know where the button is anymore. Where's the westernized button? There it is. Oh, it says 5,000 now. Okay. Well, when I looked at it last time, when I was much bigger, it said 8,000, which means like if I maxed out these, which you might as well, right? Because you're going to get a huge boost in tech once you reform your government, so there's no point spending them on tech. If you can keep these full, then when it comes time to westernize, you click the button. You just have to wait the time. You already have the points, so you're just waiting for time. So it's very, very nice that you can keep so many. So ideally, I think I want to reform and then very shortly thereafter westernize. I think would be the best way to go about it. Take maximum advantage of that tech boost. So we're very close to completing our mission. One more month and we should have that mission done. We can take a look at what new ones show up. There we go. Recover negative stability. Fantastic. And we will do that right now. It increases our tax income among various other good things, so we definitely want to do that. When can I vassalize you, by the way? Or annex, I should say. 1457. Oh, and we can get our military one. I'm going to go for the morale of armies one right off the bat. You can't reform your government unless you have all of these native ideas, so there's no reason not to grab them all. Oh. My neighbor's alarm is going off, as it always does. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. It's like he never knows his code. He's got to figure his stuff out, that clown. This is the problem I have with alarms. Nobody ever listens to them. Alarms goes off, and everyone's always like, yeah, whatever. So there we go. We finally broke the 50 prestige mark. Oh man, if the Miami would come to Kentucky, that would be nice. Miami to Kentucky. Do it. We know you want to. I could always do a no CB truce breaking war here as well, since I don't want the Choctaw to move. It would cost me a hit of 5 stability, but of course we can only go down 3. It would probably give us a nice mission to recover that stability as well. And it wouldn't cost us a penny because I'm pretty sure our vassals could take the Choctaw as they stand. 5 prestige and lose 10 production efficiency, or gain 10 production efficiency and lose manpower. Money is going to be important. More so than manpower, so I'm going to take that one. Speaking of money, 0.8, that's not the one I wanted, 1.3, 1. So we're going to build longhouses everywhere. These buildings disappear when you reform, but it's going to take us so long to reform, and we're going to be settling like crazy during that time period that I want to have the maximum income possible. The alarm is still going off. Yeah, it's the same with alarms. Everyone hears them and no one ever does anything. Like, whenever you hear a car alarm, you're never like, oh, someone's car's being broken into. You're always like, what a clown, turn off your friggin' alarm. You know what I mean? Alarms have just reached that point that nobody cares. I used to have in a car with an alarm, and every now and then I'd forget to turn the alarm off when I got into it. Here we go. There we go. We're getting our colonist. We can start colonizing. Now, I like to head this way because Manhattan is kind of the big one. I want to get Manhattan as soon as possible for that income. So there's a few ways you can go about it. You can start coming like this towards the coast and then move up along the coast, which is good because it gets you on the coast sooner. And as soon as you're on the coast, right, you can start building ships to protect trade and whatnot. But I really try to kind of maximize my expansion. So I try to get to the... It's hard to explain what I'm thinking. I guess the good way to look at it is that if you were to be comparing, like, for example, let's say you had Monacan and Morotok as territories that you owned. and you could, or no, let's just say you had Monocan. So then you had a settler. You could go for something like Shenandoah. But what I look at is I go, well, Shenandoah will give me access to 1, 2, 3 new places to colonize. Whereas Moritok gives me access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to colonize. So then Moritok would be more favorable. So that's something that I always try to consider when I'm doing my colonization. What's going to give me the most benefit? But I also consider I want to get out to Manhattan as quickly as possible. So I try to find the longest territories, the stuff that's going to give me the fastest route in towards Manhattan. And what I've found that to be is Monocan, Shenandoah, and then Doeg. It gets me to the coast at Doeg, so I can start building ships. And from Doeg, then I can move on, and just follow the coast up. And I can start kind of taking these territories over as well when they're in favorable position. Like, it would be great to go and take Nanticoke right now, because then I could feed them Lenape. And it'd be great to go and take the Mohican right now, because then I could feed them the Susquehannock on the Pequot. But I've already got 3 vassals, right? So that's the issue I run into. I also want to go after the Shawnee. I also feel like getting the Iroquois is important. So it's kind of a bit of a delicate balance. But I'm definitely going to start off with Monocan. Now, I do a few things here to maximize the use of my income. And you're going to see what I'm talking about in a moment. Let's just set our speed back up. There we go. They've rised. I'm waiting for that morale to recover. After this month, they'll be done there. And I think once that's done, we're going to start our colony and then declare war on the Choctaw right away. Hopefully, they won't have moved yet. So our diplomat's coming home. Our morale's high enough. Let's send our settler out. We're going to send our army in. And because I don't want to sit here with my army maintenance on, I'm actually just going to destroy the natives. So I'm not going to have to worry about it. Now, I don't have to protect this territory at all because natives won't rise up. We can go to 2 home and declare war here really quickly. So you see, we're going to lose -5 for breaking a truce and -2 for no casus belli. But the most we can go down is -3. And we have 381 admin power, so it's going to be very easy to boost. So I don't even care. We're going to declare war because I do not want them to leave, to migrate away from that territory. I mean, if they were to go to Mobile, that would be fantastic. But for all I know, they're going to go to Natchez, which I think would be horrible. So I'd rather take them here than take the gamble that they'll go to the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 1 in 5 chance that they go to Mobile. So we've declared war on them. Our allies, our vassals should probably be able to deal with them on their own. Regardless, we're headed that way just in case. If it turns out we don't need our troops, then we won't send them. We'll just turn around and go back to Cherokee and set our maintenance to 0. But for now, it looks like we are going to need it. We lost some war exhaustion. That's good. Yeah, and no one is coming. So we're going to have to go on our own. And now everyone's joining us. Excuse me. So there we go. They actually won the battle without us. We didn't do anything. We're going to head home and set our army maintenance off. The reason it's costing us money is because we do have a colony going now, right? And that costs money. So we're losing almost 1 gold. We'll boost our stability back up. Now, how are we looking? Now we need to wait a month for that to update. We're still losing a gold. Okay, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that would go down. And then we will get rid of our inflation. That should also help it go down. So who's actually going to get this? This is going to be the Creek. Well, sorry, Creek. I'm going to be transferring that to the Chickasaw, I think. This is what, 1457 I can annex, right? Yeah, so we'll be doing that pretty much right away. Oh, look at the Miami. They are moving closer. Oh, Miami. Nice. If you would go to Shatterass next, I would be the happiest man in the world because that would connect me to the Shawnee. I've never had that happen before. But that would be fantastic. It would make life so easy. So easy. Oh, and I completely forgot. I was going to talk about this, and I was going to do it, and it completely slipped my mind. To colonize faster, the start of the game, you'll notice we're only getting 10 colonists a year, and the chance of the settler helping out is only 17%. So it's actually faster if you recall and resend, because every time you do that, every time he arrives, we'll get 10. So you see we're at 47, 48 now. They're going to get there in 5 days. It's going to jump to 58, which is huge. So this is where I say it gets a little kind of gamey and almost exploity, but unfortunately you need to expand quickly. So I got to keep doing this. It's very boring, trust me. Once you're on like your 30th colony doing this, it's very boring. Or worse yet, I once had like 600 people in a colony, and I accidentally didn't put the mouse right at the very top of the recall button, and I accidentally hit recall and abandon. So I lost 700 colonists, and then I had to start all over. That's 70 times clicking this button. Twice, each time, right? That's 140 times clicking this button that I had to redo. It was very frustrating. I was quite angry with myself. And despite all that, I've never succeeded in even coming close. But this is definitely way quicker. I tested it. This is way faster to build your colonies. So we're going to continue. Send. We're going to pause now because the siege has happened. We're going to change the occupation to the Chickasaw. Actually, I don't need that, do I? The Chickasaw already like me a fair bunch. Oh, and I can't change it now. Shoot. I was going to say I should give it to the Creek because I'm going to be annexing them faster. But that's fine. We'll be annexing the Choctaw shortly thereafter. So give that to them. Give me some money. It's only going to cost me 50 Diplo power. That's not bad. Send demand. A little bit more money in our bank, which will help with our colonial efforts. Good. And then... when exactly is this? 1st of October, 1457, we can do this. All right. Ooh, we have a mission. Cover from the wars. I will take that. It's 10 easy prestige. So we're going to recall and resend. As usual, this first episode you can expect to be about 45 minutes. Subsequent episodes are going to be slightly less than that. Let's boost again. We still have some revolt risk. I'm going to harsh treat. I have enough power that I can deal with it. And as the war exhaustion comes down, this is going to go away. Our political unrest will go away. You can see it's very low as it is, right? 0.0%. So that's going to go away quickly. Encourage divination. The stability cost goes up, but only by 5%, and our national unrest goes down. I'm going to take that. You can see revolt risk is gone. We are in good shape now. Continue our colonizing. We're now even making money while we colonize, which is beautiful. Got to keep going with that. Oh, I forgot. When I was playing this myself, I was watching videos and stuff. So actually I turned off the music. I should turn it back on. My apologies to everybody for not having music. Alright, I'm going to set this for speed 4. I think I'll probably lose a day or two in this, but losing one day is not the end of the world. Alright, relations with the Chickasaw are maxed out. That guy will be coming home soon. Oh, and in fact, now I've only got 2 relations, right? I was saying I had 3 because I'd taken the Choctaw as a vassal, but it turns out I hadn't taken the Choctaw as the vassal. Sorry, that's my phone. So we can go after the Shawnee. The nice thing too is if you go in the ledger and you can see how much money everybody has too, right? So if you look at the Shawnee, they can give us 65 bucks. It's not a lot. So what I'm probably gonna do is wait and hopefully they get more money. It takes roughly $1 or 1 gold or 1 whatever you want to call it. Lose 3 war exhaustion in exchange for an inflation. I'll take that. Thank you very much. It takes you get roughly 1 gold for every point of war score. Seems to be what I've noticed. I feel like I'm losing that day is going to hurt me in the end, so I'm actually going to slow this down a little bit. It means things are going to take longer, but so be it. You can see we're already up to over 300 colonists. We'd be nowhere near that big. We'd still be probably less than 100 if we weren't doing this clicky thingy. It's different once your colonist gets like, you know, you get, excuse me, you get some points up in diplomatic, whatever diplomatic tech, and your colonist starts getting like higher rates, you know, you start seeing like growth of 90 per year with a 52% chance of getting new colonists from your settler, but at a 25% chance, it's just, this is so much more efficient. Oh, my voice. And I got a work Christmas party to go to today. It's going to be fantastic. Free steak and free booze. Unfortunately, I'm sick, so there'll be no booze for me, but it's always nice when the boss pays for the booze. So up to 185. It looks like we are going to be able to annex the creek almost right away. Fantastic. I want to see where Miami migrates to again. Come on, Miami. Migrate to Chatteras, please. So 185 is where it capped out. And we have till October. Oh, I didn't mean to... Oh, I didn't mean to recall them right away. Shoot. So in September, we want to make sure that our relation's at 190. Still got over 100 gold in the bank. We're back to losing money, but that's fine. I don't think that trend's going to last long. That's probably because we gained some inflation, so we're probably losing, you know, like 0.01 gold or 0.01 ducats or whatever a month. I don't think it's going to be anything significant. In fact, something I should be doing is building more of my money-making buildings. That'll get me 0.8. One of these got me a 0.1, didn't it? Yeah, all of these are better. So let's do that, and let's check out our financial situation. We're losing a bit. Let's reduce the inflation. We're still losing a bit. Okay, interesting. We were making money before. Maybe one of our vassals suddenly makes less money than they did previously. That's possible. Or they give us less, or who knows, whatever. Something weird happened. But that's fine. When the buildings are done in a year, we'll make a little bit more money. I got about 8 more minutes left in this episode. And then I've got a guitar lesson to get to. That's what my alarm was for, to tell me I gotta start getting ready for my guitar lesson, but I don't know why I said it so early. I had plenty of time. Almost at, we will be at the 500 mark, in fact, in 3 days for this colony. It's halfway ready. It's great when the settler's there at the end of the month too, because you also have that chance of getting the extra colonists. We didn't, but we had the chance. I think I'm using the term wrong. I think I said if the settler's there, we get extra colonists, but I think it's the other way. If the colonist is there, we get extra settlers. Right? Because the settlers live here, and the colonist is the guy who's actively working to build it. Doing this colonization game reminds me of Sid Meier's Colonization, which I always found was a very fun game. Quite old, but quite fun. I like the music in it too. They had like that fife and drum one. What else did they have? They had something that was kind of like banjo-y. I can remember the sound, but I can't remember the tune. They had a couple of pieces of music that were very kind of native sounding as well, which was nice. It just had a lot of atmosphere, I found. And I liked the idea of like you had to micromanage the people to assign them, right? You need to have woodcutters, you need to have wood builders, and then you had to build like the right types of buildings to keep things in balance, to make trade, to get the right kind of colonists, to fill the roles that you needed, and to retrain them. And I don't know, I just found it was an interesting game. I really liked the idea of it. But then you're also talking to a guy who found that Civilization 1 was the best civilization that was made. So I might be a little crazy. It's entirely possible. Come on, Kentucky. Migrate to Chatteras, please. You gotta be ready to go soon. You should just do it. Yeah, last time I played this, it was really weird. Like, the Osage and the Caddo all migrated, like, to here. The Pawnee migrated to here. The Illinois migrated to here. The Sioux migrated to here. So, like, my country basically went from... I think I made it as far as Wampanoag here. It came all the way along the coast to Doeg, and then inland, and then through the creek, through the Chickasaw, then up in, like, this big twisty thing up to here. And then I had the Shawnee, which I'd integrated, as well as the Miami up here. Potawatomi ended up like over here somewhere. So they had become part of my land. Then I had like the Iroquois, I had the Huron, and then France showed up and just ruined everything. That's the one thing I find is very hard with this game. France, England, Castile, Portugal, and Norway were all settling. You know, either Canada or down through like Florida and the Caribbean and stuff. And I made contact with them all. And they all just absolutely hated me. They all rivaled me like right off the bat. And I was like, oh, like I couldn't do anything, right? You know, I couldn't become someone's protectorate to help me out. There's just nothing I could do. I just died a horrible, horrible death. So those are in the 0.3 range. That's not all that helpful. But here I can get 0.75. This is better. And in fact, we're getting such a minuscule gain from this that let's just break even. As long as we're not losing colonists, I don't, you know, let's make a little bit of money. So I'm going to set this to as low as it can and still have 0 per year as opposed to negative. So right there. I'm going to check that at the end of the month because sometimes when you readjust things, they change at the month end. So let's just make sure that we still have 0. We're still at 0. Perfect. So all of our growth is going to come from sending and recalling our settler, which is fine. Although it would be nice if we had one more. We're going to have to send a settler for one person at some point. So we're going to have to send a colonist to gain one settler at some point. We can get another military tech. Perfect. I'm going to go for... Land attrition is a good one. So is the force limits. I'm going to take the attrition one. Reduce my land attrition by 2. Call and send. I've actually got lots of points, so I'm going to lose the 2 stability. Get a mission to recover stability. And then get some free prestige by boosting my stability. Hooah! Just like that. Oh, and that reminds me, we should have annexed these guys. So let's go ahead and improve relations. I completely forgot that I was going to do that. Oh, look at Miami! I'm not going to go after them. I'm going to hope they move to Chatteras. Either way, they're going to need to move to Chatteras or Yuchi or something, so it's going to help me no matter where they go. So I'm not going to go after them quite yet. 794, we're getting there. We're at 188, so we need one more month. There it is. Did it not go to 190? Oh, come on. I don't want to spend 25 gold. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Dang it. I was going to say all I got to do is give them military access, but of course they're a vassal. I could guarantee them, but of course they're a vassal. I think if I wait until January, that will have gone down enough that we'll be able to annex them. So I'll just wait till January. We might as well leave the diplomat there, though. We'll do the same thing here. We'll leave the diplomat there. I know I could annex them right away, but I'm going to wait and do these guys first. Then I'm going to take that hit for having annexed a vassal, and I won't be able to annex them for a bit, so it's fine. This is how we're going to do it. Maintain the diplomat. Yep. And at the end of this month, hopefully that will tick up, and we'll get 190 relations with them. There we go. So, stop relations improvement. He'll be home in 3 days. Annex the vassal. And we have 3 days left before this guy gets there. Look at how efficient that was. Oh, we have a mission. What's the mission? Remove Miami from the map. I totally want to do that. You know, I really do. I really, really do. But I want them to move, so we're just going to let it sit. I want them to come to Shatteras, although they're probably going to go somewhere else. Because that's my luck. But I really want them to go to Shatteras. Maintain the diplomat for now. Because I have nothing else for that diplomat to do. I suppose I could go out and vassalize the Shawnee. But they're not a one province minor. They can't move, so it doesn't really matter. Send this guy out 10 more times. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 'Make a little bit more money again with the storehouse. Not a lot, but it's almost 1.5 gold a year, so I think it's worthwhile. It's gonna add up. I lost count. 5 more? 4 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. Done. So there you go, Monacan's done. We're gonna need to core it. Do we get a mission for that? We did. Make Monacan a core. Perfect. We'll core it. It's gonna cost us a measly 10 power. You want us to rival who? Miami. It's tough because I want them to move. I just want them to move, that's all. Just go to Shatteras, buddy. You know you want to. How long? It's too bad I can't see what their cooldown is. Their migration cooldown. It's too bad these guys have gone west as well. They, in the past, have gone down to the coast. I actually connected my territory once because the Caddo went to Biloxi. And I was like, oh, perfect. I can get access to the ocean. Start building some ships. Doesn't look like that's going to happen this time, though. Is it time to go after the Shawnee? The advantage of doing that, right, is we get a nice influx of money. Let's see how much. 67 bucks. Let's see, who has a lot of money here? The Micmac, the Abenaki, the Powhatan. You go after the Powhatan and just take money from them. That's a doable thing. We do lose stability, but the points are pretty much meaningless to us right now, right? So we could do that. The other thing is we get nice income out of these guys. It's not huge. Their provinces aren't worth a lot. It's 1 and a 2, I believe. Oh no, it's a 1 and a 1. So the provinces aren't worth a lot. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see where they move to. Annexation's at 17% still. That's a little bit slower than I thought it would be. Is there a problem with there? No, it's this I wanted to go to. No, so it's just taking its time. Okay. Next province I'm going to colonize, though, is Shenandoah. For that, we're going to need our military to remove natives in the area. And I'm going to reset my colonial maintenance because it might be different with another colony, with the new colony. So we're going to need to see where that is. We can set the speed back up to 5 since we're not sending and recalling. Even though they're on low morale, the 8 of them should be enough to take it. So let's go ahead and send and start our colony. Turn the speed back down. Recall and send. Waiting for the month to take over. Recall, there's the end of the month. Send, that should be enough. We can kill these people. Feel bad saying it, but unfortunately exterminating the native population is just the fastest way for me to expand. Which you would think, as natives myself, we would be sensitive to that reality, but what can I say? The game mimics history. Alright, so now we're going back to finances. I'm going to set my army maintenance to 0, even though we need troops, right? We have missing troops, but now you can see we can make money even with some growth. But just to kind of maximize my monetary income, I'm not going to bother. We're going to drop this down, make 1 gold a month. Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, and then we're going to continue. So it's going to be more of the same. Going forward. We're going to wait for the Chiska to move to Chatteras, hopefully. I'm going to say that's what they're going to do, because that's the power of positive thinking right there. But we're going to wait for them to move to Chatteras, then we're going to go to war with the Chiska, we're going to go to war with the Shawnee as well. Vassalize the Shawnee, we'll give them Miami. And hopefully some of these people will migrate towards us as well. I'd also like to see the Micmac head this way. That would be great. And see these guys kind of clump up along the coast. That would all be nice as well. But we'll find out exactly what's going to happen in another episode. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really does help me out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. For now, though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.